Hello students, in last lecture we have discussed about we are discussing about the bacterial classification system with respect to taxonomy. In last lecture we have discussed about the different approaches which have been used for the proper classification of microorganism or the living world. Here we have already discussed about the artificial approach which was given by the Aristotle. Another approach, that is natural approach given by the Charles Linnaeus. Phylogenetic approach given by the Haeckel and Whittaker and Wood. These are the different contributors. We have taken a very important efforts so that recently we are now classify or identify with the help of phylogenetic approach of these microorganisms. Adenosine approach by Adanson and micromolecular approach. So these are the different aspects by which we have to categorize different living system into with respect to classification and nomenclature of these organisms. Here artificial approach of the Aristotle, we have already discussed about it. Natural approach, here is the example how the microorganism can be classified with respect to their hierarchy: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and special epithet, that is species name. So these are the example of human being and Triponoma pallidum, how they are categorized into different kingdom, phylum with respect to their characteristics. Okay. Phylogenetic approach we have already discussed. Here in 19th century Darwin, through in terms of evolutionary affinities between organisms, he stated a concept of natural system or natural selection, change accordingly if change in phylogenetic characteristics, this required a more record of fossils. Okay, this is phylogenetic approach. We have already discussed in last lecture. Here, according to different characteristics shown by the microorganisms which are living, microorganism or the all living world, their cellular characteristics, reproduction process, on that basis three kingdom classification system was developed or designed by the Haeckel. Okay, in this all the living world are classified into three kingdom, that is kingdom Plantae, kingdom Animalia and kingdom Protista. Basically, artificial approach according to Aristotle, only the Plantae and Animalia with respect to the external appearance of living world, they are categorized into two kingdoms. Apart from that, some living organism which show the characteristics which are similar to that of plant or kingdom Plantae, or they also has ability to photosynthesize. Okay, so some microorganisms or the some other living organisms which has shows the ability related to animals. Okay, they are not true animals. Apart from that, they are not directly plant. They also show the characteristics similar to that of the plants and animals. Okay, so to solve this puzzle, they categorize these organisms into kingdom Protista with their characteristics. Protist means single cellular organisms, so they are categorized into this third kingdom, that is kingdom Protista. So what are the characteristics they have used for three kingdom classification system, we have to discuss. Here in kingdom Plantae, the organisms are basically they are eukaryotes. Eukaryote means they have the highly or properly developed nucleus. So eukaryotic organisms are categorized into kingdom Plantae. Another, these organisms are multicellular, means single cellular organisms, and their kingdom Plantae include the organisms which are multicellular. Their cell or the body made up from different numbers of or multiple numbers of cells. So that organisms are multicellular, eukaryotic. Also in the cell or their structure, cell wall is present, or the cellular component are enclosed by an outer membrane that is called as cell wall, and it is present in the organism which are categorized into kingdom Plantae. Their reproduction is carried out by sexual and asexual means of reproduction. In this kingdom Plantae, which are categorized, the organisms or the living organisms which are included in the kingdom Plantae, they show their process of reproduction by means of sexual, where the sex organs are involved, while asexual means of reproduction. So two types of reproduction process are carried out in these organisms. Apart from that, they are photosynthetic, means while discussing about the artificial approach of Aristotle, they are basically categorized these organisms on the basis of their process of preparing own food, that is the process of photosynthesis. So in this kingdom Plantae, the organism has ability to carry out the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so this also the organism which has the structure of chloroplast or chlorophyll is always present in the organism. So this kingdom Plantae are basically the group of organism which has the ability to carry out the process of photosynthesis. So these are the basic major characteristics which have been used to categorize these living organism into kingdom Plantae. Apart from that, they acquire nutrient from environment by means of absorptions. So by means of, with the help of roots or by another different appendages, they absorb the nutrient from the soil by means of absorption. So these are the characteristics feature of the organism or the living organisms which are differentiated or categorized into kingdom Plantae, which are the eukaryotes, multicellular structure, cell wall or presence of cell wall, sexual and asexual process of reproduction, which shows the process of photosynthesis, and acquire the nutrient from the soil with the help of or by the process of absorption. So these are the basic characteristics which are used to categorize these organisms from other organisms, and they are placed into the kingdom Plantae. Okay. The major example or the few example of the kingdom Plantae which are all type of plants which carried out the process of photosynthesis. Okay. Example is herb, shrub or tree. These are the different types of plants. Apart from that, they are all are categorized into kingdom Plantae on the basis of their characteristics. Second kingdom, that is kingdom Animalia. In this, the organisms are eukaryotes. Similar to that of the kingdom Plantae, organisms are eukaryotic. That means their nucleus is highly developed. They are multicellular, means they are not singular type of organism, they are multicellular organisms. No cell wall present. In case of plant and animal cell, while discussing about, there is no absence of cell wall. So these are the major characteristics, feature or differences between plant and animal. So these are organisms into categorized into kingdom Animalia. Primarily, sexual reproduction is carried out in this organism, so that they are classified into kingdom Animalia. They reproduce by means of sexual reproduction, means directly or some there is absence of asexual reproduction. In case of plants, by means of spores or different appendages, plants can be reproduced. But in case of animals, they require the sex organs. Without that, their reproduction process is not carried out. So they are different from this group of organisms, so that they are categorized into kingdom Animalia. What are the common characteristics? Eukaryote. Both are eukaryotes. Both are multicellular, but there is presence of cell wall. Here is absence of cell wall. They reproduce by means of sexual or asexual means of reproduction, but only in this sexual production is carried out. Apart from that, it also acquires nutrient from environment by means of ingestion. That means some parasites by means of absorptions. Means they didn't have any process to absorb the nutrient from soil and the carried out process of photosynthesis. So that these characteristics are present in the organisms which are categorized into kingdom Animalia, so that this group organisms which show the characteristics similar to that, they are categorized or grouped into the kingdom Animalia. Apart from that, the organism which shows the characteristics similar to that group, they are categorized or grouped into kingdom Plantae. Basically, they are directly differentiated. Plants which carry out the process of photosynthesis placed into the kingdom Plantae. The organisms which have the ability to move or did not carry out the process of photosynthesis, they are categorized into kingdom Animalia. Okay. Apart from that, some organisms which are showing the property similar to that of Plantae, but they are not plant, or sometimes they show the characteristics similar to that of the animals, but they are different from animals, so they are categorized into kingdom Protista. So here kingdom Animalia, for example, higher animals or the mammals, all the organisms or the animals which are categorized into kingdom Animalia. Here third kingdom, we are discussing about the three kingdom classification system. Basically three kingdom classification on the basis of external appearance or how they observe the organism, they are categorized into three kingdom or the three kingdom classification system. Third kingdom is Protista. The characteristics of kingdom Protista are eukaryotes. The organisms are eukaryotic, either unicellular or multicellular. The organisms which are grouped into kingdom Protista, these organisms either unicellular or multicellular, so that they are called as unicellular or multicellular. Autotrophic or heterotrophic. Autotrophic means they are carried out the process of or they have the ability to prepare their own food material, so that autotroph, that means these characteristics are observed in case of photosynthetic organism, so they are autotrophic or heterotrophic, or they are depend on other hosts, so that heterotrophs. Locomotion by means of cilia or flagella. These organisms here they show the property similar to that of kingdom Plantae. Apart from that, they also show the property of locomotion, that is the movement by means of cilia or flagella. These are not true limbs which are present in case of kingdom Animalia, or the organism which are present in the kingdom Animalia. They move or show the ability to locomote by means of cilia or flagella. These are the small appendages which are present outer side of the cell, which can helpful for the movement of that organism in the environment. So basically they are present in different small microorganisms. So by means of this, the organisms show the ability to move. So movement is a basic property which was used by the Aristotle, external appearance, and on that category they are differentiate the all living world in the kingdom and kingdom Animalia and kingdom Plantae, so that these organisms which are included in the third kingdom, that is kingdom Protista, shows the property which was somewhat similar to that of Plantae or animals. They show the property of this both type of groups, so that they are categorized into kingdom Protista. Examples are fungi, protozoans, bacteria, algae, and which are included in the kingdom Protista. Here fungi is saprophytic organisms which does not carry out the process of photosynthesis, but it is a multicellular organism and carried out the process of reproduction by means of sexual type of reproduction. Sorry, sexual and here formation of spore, and that from that spore new mycela can be formed. Protista, it is look like a animal. Bacteria, some bacteria are photosynthetic bacteria, so this shows the characteristics similar to that of the plant, but they are not true plant, so that they are categorized into kingdom Protista. Now apart from that, another system in which all these categories, the different microorganisms which are categorized into kingdom Plantae, kingdom Animalia and kingdom Protista, apart from that, these organisms also show the different characteristics. So the question raised that how these organisms can be differentiated into or they included in this basic three kingdom classification system. So this is a 5 kingdom classification system which was developed by the Whitaker. It is a widely accepted 5 kingdom classification system which was devised by the Whittaker in 1969, in which microorganisms were included in kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, and kingdom Fungi. So here 5 kingdom classification system is carried out, in which kingdom Monera, here this is the group of organisms which shows the property or the characteristics like they are prokaryotic, where their nucleus is not highly developed, they are unicellular, most have cell wall. Most of the organisms which are included in the kingdom Monera, it shows the property or the presence of cell wall. They reproduce by means of binary fission. It is the process where 2 cells are generated by the fragmentation of original parent cell, and by means of binary fission 2 cells are produced or synthesized. It is the process of reproduction which is carried out in the bacteria. Photosynthetic, they also carried out the photosynthesis process. Some chemosynthetic, which generate their energy from the organic molecules. Acquire nutrients by absorptions, so they acquire the nutrient which is required for their growth or survival. They absorb from the soil and from the environment, and the example is bacteria. So in the kingdom of Monera, in the kingdom Monera, these are the specific characteristics or the broad characteristics which are used for the categorization of microorganisms or the living world, kingdom Monera, and we show the basic characteristics of kingdom Monera. An example is bacteria. Here basically they are single cellular type of organisms which are included in the kingdom Monera. Kingdom Protista, another kingdom. Here the organisms which are eukaryotic, organisms which are categorized or grouped into kingdom Protista, they are eukaryotes, where their nucleus is highly developed or the true nucleus is present. Most are unicellular, some are organized into colonies. Mostly some organisms are unicellular, apart from they are organized into the colonies. Cell wall is present. In some organisms which are grouped into kingdom Protista, here cell wall is present, but not compulsory. Sometimes cell wall may be absent. Reproduce mostly by means of asexual mode of reproduction. They carried out the reproduction process by means of asexual mode. Sometimes sexual reproduction is also carried out in kingdom Protista, or the organisms which are included into kingdom Protista. Some are photosynthetic, but not all. Some are organisms which are included in the kingdom Protista show the ability or the process of photosynthesis, but it's not found all the organisms which are included in the kingdom Protista. They acquire nutrients from the environment by means of absorption and ingestion. By the process of absorption or by the process of ingestion, they carried out the absorption of nutrients which are required for the growth of these organisms, which are included in the kingdom Protista. Here the example of kingdom Protista, that is algae, which looks like the plants. We have carried out the process of photosynthesis. Protozoans, which looks like say animals. Euglenids resembles both plants and animals. These are the organisms which show the ability, sometimes photosynthesis carried out, sometimes absence of photosynthesis. So these are the basic characteristics of kingdom Protista. So these are the two kingdoms, kingdom Monera and kingdom Protista. Now the third kingdom, that is kingdom Fungi. In this third kingdom, organisms which are categorized or included in the kingdom Fungi are mostly eukaryotic, okay? Unicellular or multicellular. Organisms which are included or found in the kingdom Fungi are eukaryotes, either unicellular or multicellular. Cell wall is present. Presence of cell wall is a characteristic of kingdom Fungi. Carried out the process of reproduction by means of sexual and asexual mode of reproduction. They acquire nutrient by absorption of organic matter and from the dead or decaying organisms. They acquire the nutrient by means of process of absorption of organic matter and from dead or decaying materials. Basically, the fungi are saprophytic organisms which are categorized into kingdom fungi. It is broad group. So these organisms are categorized into the kingdom fungi. An example is mold, yeast, and mushroom. So these are the characteristics or examples of this kingdom fungi: mold, yeast, and mushroom. And these are the basic characteristics of kingdom fungi. Here the fourth kingdom, that is kingdom Plantae. These are eukaryotic organisms, multicellular, cell wall is present. These are the basic characteristics of kingdom Plantae, which is already included in the three kingdom classification system. Where Plantae, which has the ability, shows the characteristics, that is they are eukaryotic, multicellular, cell wall present organisms, carried out the process of reproduction by means of sexual and asexual means, or the sexual and asexual mode of reproduction, carried out the process of photosynthesis, and acquire nutrient by absorption. Here all the plants are categorized into kingdom Plantae, and the basic characteristics of plant shows the root system, so they can absorb the nutrient from the soil. So these are the basic characteristics of kingdom Plantae. And the fifth kingdom, that is kingdom Animalia, which is also present or included in the three kingdom classification system. These are eukaryotic, multicellular, absence of cell wall, primarily sexual reproduction is carried out, acquire nutrient from environment by means of ingestion, so that they didn't have absorption mechanism, so that absorb the nutrient from environment by means of ingestion. Some parasite absorb by the nutrient by means of absorption. An example is all animals. So in the three kingdom classification system, we have discussed kingdom Plantae, kingdom Animalia, and kingdom Protista. Here in five kingdom classification system, kingdom Plantae is remain as it is, kingdom Animalia remain as it is, but kingdom Protista is categorized into kingdom Fungi, kingdom Monera, and kingdom Protista. On the basis of organisms which are included in the kingdom Protista in three kingdom classification system, here kingdom Protista, here the organisms which are diverse group of microorganisms. Some shows the process of photosynthesis, some are unicellular, some are multicellular, some carried out the reproduction by means of sexual or asexual process. Different characteristics of the diverse group of organisms are included in the kingdom Protista. When the clear classification is carried out, this kingdom Protista is categorized into another three kingdoms, that is kingdom Monera, Protista, and kingdom Fungi. Because this group is broad group and different types of microorganisms are which shows the similar as well as different characteristics to one another, so that they are categorized into another three kingdoms, that is kingdom Protista, kingdom Monera, and kingdom Fungi, and kingdom Plantae and Animal. This classification system, that is five kingdom classification system, is widely accepted, and now in these days we can also follow these five kingdom classification system, that is kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae, kingdom Animal. Okay. In next lecture we will discuss about the another approach which is used in the classification system.